Okay, a little bit about your history. You are 41, 5'8", and 212 pounds. You've never really dieted a lot before, which I'm going to get to in a second, because to me that's wonderful news. Wonderful news. Because we don't have a lot of baggage with weight obsession. We don't have, like, weight obsession. Weight obsession basically gives us a whole lot of baggage that we have to eliminate. But we don't have that. The next thing is micromanaging food. You don't sit there and pick food apart to no end, which is even better. So the other thing is you are in human resources, but no children.
Right.
Not married. So you're alone.
Yeah.
No family around.
A few, but yep, I'm alone for the most part. Yeah.
Okay. And so I was just trying to get into your mind and, trying to see where that relationship with food would make sense. I have no idea, right?
Right.
But in what you do, would you agree that you care for, at work, your mom?
Right.
You are caring for everybody's situations, management issues, employment issues, moving people, making sure people are happy and blah, blah, blah. You're basically mom at work.
Yes.
So when I was describing to you that a lot of moms with children eat because they need a mom themselves. They want to feel cared for. They want to feel, that someone is taking care of them.
Right.
And food is a very passive way to feel as if you're being cared for. Did your mother, is she still living?
Yes. And
do you miss her? Do you ever wish you could just live at home?
No.
Okay, well, I do. I'm not afraid to admit it. I wish that my mom, and that's one thing I miss so much, but that just feeling like someone is there to tie my shoes, to brush my hair, so I could just sit there.
I wouldn't like that.
I know, but that feeling that you have right now, is that the feeling you get when you come home at night and you can sit on the couch and you're just, there's a feeling of,
it's my security place, yes.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
There's a real securing feeling in that.
Right.
And here is what I see commonly. Okay. With people who are not worried about their weight. You do not want to have to give that up. So why be concerned about your weight?
Right.
So you're okay with this obesity. You're okay with it. Because you know what? You need this food. And you've come to an acceptance.
I've been okay with that, yeah.
Until now.
Until now, yeah.
And part of that is you're just getting uncomfortable physically.
Yes.
And you were given a job as the, this is key, you've been given a job, what's the title?
I am a wellness program manager.
The wellness program manager. So you now have to live how you are going to preach, and you feel like you want to.
Yeah, definitely.
See, you are a good mom at work.
Let
me rephrase this. You are, seriously, that's admirable that you care enough that now you're in a position where you may have to give up. You're going to have to flee the nest of the food mommy.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? You kind of sad? Have you been grieving at all? Maybe not until after today's session you'll go home and grieve?
Maybe.
Because you kind of need to come to an acceptance that food has really put a blanket over your life.
Right.
You're not living. You're eating.
Right.
Right. Have you kind of lost touch with yourself? What do you love to do?
Oh, that's a really loaded question. Yeah, I guess I have. When I moved back here, probably 10 years ago, at an age where you've kind of lost touch with your friends you used to have here. Mm-hmm. Family's still around, but I don't see them as much. So yeah, I think I'm kind of at this place in my life where it's like, what am I going to do with my life? I'm to a point where I need to feel like I have more meaning in my life than what I'm doing right now. So
how does it feel to
probably
say?
Probably made me cry.
Well, how does it feel to say that?
Difficult.
Like you're grieving.
Yeah.
And what are you grieving over? Is it regret Or is it that you're now moving into a totally new area that makes you feel insecure?
I think I'm grieving the loss of a parent.
Okay.
And moving on.
Oh my God, sweetheart. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's going to come out.
Well, can you see why we can't look at your body and blame your body? Your body's done a good job for you.
Yeah.
Don't you agree? So don't worry about your body. That's the way it's going to change and how it's going to adjust is going to happen naturally. But really what I want you to think about is who as much as you're kind of grieving the loss of food as that partner, the food became your best friend, it became your spouse, it became your mom, it became a big relationship for you. And what we don't want you to do is feel deprived of that relationship. It's really that you are going to take back some autonomy and some independence.
Okay. Yeah.
And explore kind of some more authentic, creative parts of who you are. You kind of lost touch with that.
Yeah.
So as much as you're grieving the end of one relationship, the opportunity that you're getting right now is to go back to who you are and start developing.
Right.
Do you remember when you kind of stopped seeking yourself? You know, for example, when I went to college, man, that was so fun. I really, really loved the last part of my college life. Not the front end, but the back end. Where it was, to me, so expressive of my creativity. Mm-hmm. And I loved it. And to me, going to class was fun and learning was fun. And I loved taking exams because it was, to me, just allowing me to understand, you know, my own brain's capacity to learn.
Right.
And when I finished college, I got pregnant. And I went through kind of a period of sadness. Partly because I felt like I was stunted. I wasn't growing. I wasn't evolving. And do you remember when that happened for you? Or did it just happen in a way that you don't remember it and now you're realizing you've lost it?
I don't know that I remember it that clearly. I think my college experience was somewhat similar, but I moved away right after college, and I did struggle with that a lot. That was a very difficult time in my life.
Did you eat? Do you remember that food relationship developing maybe then? Okay.
No, I don't remember it then.
Okay.
Yeah, it was more of a depression of leaving my family for the first time, not having a job, not knowing what I was even wanting to do with my life, and so I struggled for a good year with that, and then things slowly started to come around, and I gained a new job and a new set of friends, and life was pretty good, you know, in my 20s from that emotional perspective.
And you came to a new normal that you felt comfortable and confident in.
Definitely.
Okay. So does this kind of transition for you feel similar to that? That you're leaving one thing that's secure and safe, and you're now exploring once again.
Yeah.
It's almost like, and I use this a lot with other patients, it's like going to a new school and going to a class where you know nobody.
Right.
And you feel insecure, and you feel ugly, and you don't know what everybody else thinks, and you're scared to be yourself because you want them to like you.
Right.
So you're willing to change your music. You know, like, I want them to like me, so what do they listen to? You gravitate towards the things that you think will make you feel accepted. Anyhow, you're not insecure like that anymore, but it feels that same vulnerability, so you're actually prone to developing alter egos, false securities when you're, but we don't want that. I want you to get back to, and I'm hoping you do too, what's authentic.
Right.
An expression of who you are that is so no one can give to it or take from it, to where it's all yours.
Right.
And it's no one else's job to dictate it. So what are your hobbies? What is something, and some of this is just like being a kid again.
Right.
Want to learn a new instrument? It's never too late. Right. You know, get into, try a new instrument. Take a singing class. Go to a gymnastics facility and learn how to do cartwheels again. Okay. There's some fun involved with this.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good.
I use color. I mean, honestly, if my kids were grown up, and I had all the free time and money, what do you think I'm going to do?
I don't know. Maybe travel?
Well, I'd love to travel. But with my downtime, I am going to be a lounge singer.
Are you?
I would love to be a lounge singer. And I would love to be able to go to gymnastics. I'm telling you what I want to do. I want to be able to play the piano. I play the trombone, but, I want to play the piano.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Too.
Like, I want to be a kid again, and I want to go back to school.
Right.
And I want to give. I want to do things for our community. There's so much that I think we stop doing that. You stopped it with food. That food is very protective. Remember when I said it is so isolating? You should feel isolated to a point where it's like emotionally your skin has gone white.
Right.
You haven't seen the sun in how long?
Right. A long time.
And you kind of are nervous about it and feel fragile and weak and frail, and man, it's worth it.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Okay, that's what this protocol is for you, okay?
Okay.
And I'm not ripping the blanket from you. You are taking that blanket and you are going to fold it up and put it to the side.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I'm ready to do it. I'm nervous, but I'm ready to do it. Yeah, I wouldn't be here.
I'm really excited to be a part of it.
Okay, good.
No, it's it is such a renewal of the truth, because you've been kind of living under a lie. That relationship with food has been just completely putting life on hold for you. You're living, but you're really not anymore.
Right.
You live. Yeah. I have a sense maybe at work you feel like you're alive. But then again, it's so draining. Yeah. It's draining because all these people are leeching the energy off of you. You feel like, mommy. It's
maybe the justified balance I've put in my life, where work is where I do all my stuff. Yeah.
You give.
And when I get home, it's like I don't want to be or do or see anything or anybody.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. To my own detriment. So.
I'm glad you've come to recognize it. That recognition is so important.
Yeah. Didn't know what you were getting into today, huh?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.